The lark would be rising out of the ground. There you'd hear them, and they'd be singing. They'd be rising away. And it was beautiful. And you had the cuckoos then in the start of the summertime. We'd be hearing them cuckooing around, and of course the corncrake then.
The corncrake, oh, he'd be a lovely voice out of him, like lovely squeak.
And to be kind of stretchy voice, like, yeah.
And at night he'd come and he'd say, I heard the corncrake, and the corncrake was saying,
he said, late and very late.
late and very late.
We used to love the sound of the corncrake. As you know, the corncrake had a very distinctive sound.
There'd be 2 or 3 of them in different meadows, and they would hear them. They'd be corncraking. They'd be craking away.
Oh, they'd be like around the fields there. No, they wouldn't be that far away at all.
Oh God, this was a great field here. Myself and the father would come down, we'd stand at the gate below, and he'd be about, he or she, about 20 yards. That was a meadow, and I went around. But he hear her, the quaking, it was lovely. We'd stand there for maybe an hour, half an hour anyway. And the piercing noise going through your ear. Not anymore.
There's no more of that, no, like. No.
Oh my God, his years and years.
I wasn't back in the 60s. Back in the 60s. When the tractor and blade came, it destroyed the corncrake, you see. Yeah.
It was the modern machinery finished them.
But you see, then once it progressed into the tractor machines, they were going along so quick that they kind of don't know where them, or they frighten them out with any of the.
And of course, when the hay would be cut later than the silage, so since the silage came in, the field there's more manure used as well, and the fields are mowed, and a lot of those birds, I'd say, got lost in because the eggs would be being hatched in them fields.
My father was cutting, one evening he was cutting a field of hay with a scythe, and he was just going near when she flew out.
Not escape.
Yeah.
And of course, when we were young, when the fields would be mowed, they used to be mowed by horses, of course, the horses and the horse mowing machine. And of course, the mowing machine would upset the corncrake's nest. And when we were young, we used to be gathering up the little chicks and taking them to the field next door so that they'd be safe. And we'd go hide in and watch until the mother come back and gather her chicks. Yeah. Well, I can remember that quite well. But we were always conscious of wildlife, and I think country people would be very conscious and very protective of wildlife.
There's farmers up the country getting money to try and. She was a lovely song. Lovely song.
Soft are the breezes that blow in the spring, and sweet is the music the song thrushes bring. But I sigh for a scene that I seldom see now, a man in a field with his horses and plow. Farewell to the days of my youth long ago, when I harnessed my team by the bar down below. Then away to the highlands beside Mealagh, to turn and eat furrow with horses and plow, invoking a blessing at the start of the day. Ballai Evan Aber is what I would say, hoping for guidance to keep the know-how, to plough a straight furrow with horses and plough. And up at the headland, every once in a while, I rested my body, all aching with toil, with the sleeve of my shirt wiped the sweat from my brow, as I gazed on the work of my horses and plough. With whistling and lilting and the verse of a song, they lightened my labour all the day long. With the seagulls around me and the crows on the bough, all seeking the bounty of horses and plough. And in the evenings, when the sun it sank low, with my Harley and ball, to the sports field would go, to win in all Ireland. We'd all make a vow, as we sought recreation from horses and plough. But the clatter of tractors, pollution and all, have crippled the couple, and sad was that fall. While far away Opec we richly endow, forgetting the value of horses and plough. And when I'll be leaving this valley of woe, to the fair fields of heaven I hope I will go, One request to St. Peter, I hope he'll allow eternal employment for horses and plow.